How you going out there, fishos? It's the Tiger here. Got some great news today. The boys from ATF, Addictive to Fishing, they've put me on as one of their admin boys, so I'm very more than grateful for that. So a few of your boys on that side have asked about the cock and the sock, but how to do the rig. So tonight I thought I'd show you how to do the rig. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll start off with a triple snell. Now I like to use the half tune circles. They work a treat. I find they work really good. You boys down in Melbourne, I've been told, can only use 2 hooks, so I'll show you how to do the triple. All you've got to do with the double is just space them further apart so that you've got one down near the tail or halfway down towards the tail and one up near the head. But anyway, the boys in Sydney, I'll show you how to do the triple. I like to use probably about 50 to 60 pound trace. I start off with a full blood. Everyone knows how to do a full blood, they're not hard. Okay. Full blood. Like that. Just an arm's length, I find quite sufficient. Okay, then we get our next hook. Always go in through the front of the eye, like that. Pull it down. Try and keep them, your pilchards are, depending on their size. I find the ones that pull up here at Gold Coast Bait and Tackle the size, I know sort of how far to keep them apart, but that's about as far for me second hook. It's just a case of putting the line down the left hand side of the shank, and just a case of wrapping probably 6 times down the shank. Get the end of your line. Instead of going through the front of the eye, go through the back on the return, okay? And then it's just a case of pulling it through, finger into the hook like that, pull down to lock it in, okay? Grab your next hook, again, through the front of the hook, like that. Slide it down till it sits about that far. So that's not bad for a nice size pilchard, okay? So again, left hand side of the shank, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 should be sufficient. And it's just a case of through the back of the eye. Having trouble seeing it, eyes are bad, and lock it off again, okay? Now I haven't got any on me tonight, but I normally put like a little plastic glow bead going down on that so that your sinker hitting against metal on metal won't put a ding in your trace and a chance of a good fish on and snapping your line. So just make out this one on that. I just put I put a sinker on to suit the current and the quickness of our drift from there, and yeah, just putting on a swivel onto that end, and there's your that's your cock and your sock rig for float line for snapper. Okay. Now, while I'm at it, I thought I'd show you another tip that I haven't done yet. With your people like to keep their jig heads, hooks, lures still attached to their main line. Now, I've been got into a habit of putting them in the side there, but it's wrecking your eyelets and the porcelain inside there. So I've sort of shied away from that now. And what I'm doing now to keep it as it is, it's just a case of getting yourself a nice strong hard rubber band, putting a half hitch around the reel like that, pulling up, and then it's just a case then of getting your jig head, your lure or your hook, and putting it through there. Now, if it bounces too much and you're scared it's going to be hitting the what's name, just double your rubber bands up to make it a bit stiffer, and that there works fine for me. Now, okay, I've seen another method in doing it. Okay, I'm probably stealing somebody's idea here, but I haven't seen anyone actually put it onto a video. Is get yourself a split ring, okay? Get yourself a little cable tie, put it through, put it onto there. It's just a case of doing your cable tie up. Nice and tight, like that. Slip your little bit of dag off. Like that. Then use your little ring to hold your hook, again, your jig head or your thing in place. And there we go. There's another nice little simple but effective way of keeping your hook, jig head and lure without it damaging your stuff. Okay, so there's my next tip, boys and girls. The boys from ATF said that if I got over 1,000 shares or likes that I had to do a shoey. So to you fellas, I've got to do it. Cheers boys, thanks for having me on board the Tiger.